Hello, 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 hello. My name is Raymond Aaron, New York Times top 10 best-selling author, and I have something really, really exciting to tell you about. I am 76 years old, and I have lived 10 lifetimes this lifetime. I'm a professional speaker, a seminar leader, a New York Times top 10 best-selling author. I've written 143 books, and every single one of them has been published. I'm an adventurer. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I run 40 businesses, brands, and cash-gushing websites. I am a crazy guy. I've raced 350 miles to the North Pole. I ride a 5-foot-tall giraffe unicycle. I've done many, many wild, amazing, and crazy things. I've done successful and unsuccessful things spiritually, financially, entrepreneurially, vocationally, nutritionally. Oh my gosh, I ballooned up to 212 pounds, and then I've lost weight. I've lost 50 pounds. When I was a marathoner, I was 143 pounds. I've been all over the map in every different category you can imagine. And my life is worth telling because I have so much, I've had so many experiences. And instead of writing an autobiography, what I've decided to do is create a podcast, because podcasting is the new thing. Hello, Pravan, 3 times. Good. So thank you for sharing. Please share. I've decided to create a podcast, and the podcast is fascinating. Since most podcasts are on the topic of an interview, I'm doing that same thing too. So every Monday you get a 1-hour in-depth interview with a multimillionaire, world-famous celebrity, genius character, and I pull all their wisdom out of them. But even more fascinating, every Thursday I do a 10-minute fascinating download from my brain. Fascinating. I tell you about amazing success that I've had and what I learned. I tell you about a dazzling failure and what I learned. I tell you how I got wiped out twice, once in a divorce, once in a fraud. And I tell you how I made over $1 million in 90 minutes. So I've had giant successes and giant failures. I started a business to manufacture soft drinks to compete with Coca-Cola. I started a business to import foreign sports cars that went out of business in 1 day. I've never had a business besides that go out of business in 1 day. I've never had a bankruptcy, but I've closed lots of doors. And sometimes when I open a door of a business, it's wildly successful. Sometimes it's a failure, but I've learned. And in the last 37 years, every single business has been a wild success. So what have I learned? I've also opened a chain of women's weight-reducing salons, and I've opened a cosmetics distributing company. I opened a private eye firm. Oh my gosh. So I've done a lot of things. They're all fun. They're all fascinating. They're all interesting. I've done things athletically. I ran a 100-kilometer ultra marathon for my American friends. That's 62 miles. Took 12 and a half hours of running around a 400-meter track. I had to run around 250 times. I had to run around that darn track 250 times. I started at noon. The race started at noon. The gun went off at noon. And I finished at half an hour after midnight, 12 and a half hours of nonstop running. Wow. My knees swelled up, but at least I did it. And I've been in cross-country ski races. I've done wild cave exploring. I've mountain climbed. I'm a full member of the Alpine Club. And, quote, having climbed a certain number of mountains of a truly alpine nature. That's the definition. And I've rock climbed. I've done it all. I've done 10, 20 lifetimes this lifetime, and I've still got a lot of lifetime to go. And I think you'll enjoy my podcast. There's no charge. If you know about podcasts and you like listening to podcasts, then simply go to the platform that you like listening to podcasts at. Maybe it's Stitcher, maybe it's Spotify, maybe it's Apple Podcast, maybe it is Podtail, maybe it is Google Podcast. Just go wherever you like to go and search for Respark Your Life. Respark Your Life. It's the world's premier podcast to ignite the fire, to allow you to live life on your own terms. Respark Your Life. It's the world's premier podcast to ignite the fire, to allow you to live life on your terms. Wow, wow, wow. And so if you know about podcasting, just go to your favorite podcast platform and simply subscribe there. But if you don't know, if you're not like really mature in the podcast listening category, then just go to this website. It's a shortcut. It'll get you there in one stroke. Just go to aaron.com. Please spell my name correctly. A. There's a double A. That's two A's. A-A-R-O-N. Go to aaron.com/respark. aaron.com/respark. And subscribe and download and enjoy. If you have an hour on Monday, it's a 1 hour interview with a world famous multimillionaire celebrity. If you've only got 10 minutes, then do the Thursdays, which is the fascinating autobiographical episodes from my life. Gives you deep insight into who I really am and to how you can have successful episodes in your life that are wild and crazy, and how you can learn from your failures instead of being embarrassed by them. Yep, you got it. Michael Jordan is considered to be possibly the greatest basketball player of all time, and yet when you list his credentials, he was passed the ball in the dying seconds of a game in which if he sank the ball, the team would win. He's had more throws to him in the last second or two of the game in which his team was down by 1 point, and if he scored it, he would win the game. And he has the Guinness record for missing most of those. Why? Why does he get the world record, the Guinness record for missing so many of them? No one has ever missed more of them. Because he keeps doing it. He keeps trying. Maybe he missed 50, but he got 110. And so he is the greatest. And he doesn't moan over the 50 he lost. He is proud of the 110 that he got. But no one has missed more of those game-winning throws. And I have missed many game-winning throws. I'm not a basketball player, too short, 5.5 feet tall. You can hardly see me in a crowd. But I have done it entrepreneurially, nutritionally, spiritually, athletically, on all kinds of fields. For example, when I tried to learn the unicycle, I took courses and then I fell every evening and every weekend for 1 entire year. I fell over and over again. I fell maybe 10, 20 times a night, every night and every weekend for a year, thousands of times, until I finally got up and stayed up. What did I do? What did I learn from that? You will see. You will see. Subscribe to Respark Your Life, the world's premier podcast to ignite the fire to allow you to live life on your own terms. Go for it. Okay, thank you. Aaron.com/respark. Aaron is A-A-A-A-R-O-N. A-A-R-O-N. Aaron.com/respark. Okay, thank you. Thank you.